Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Rosyada Al-Sakinah. Today, I'm going to explain about Pidgin and Creole, two very important concepts in sociolinguistics. This topic helps us understand how language are created, not in school or books, but in real life situation. Pidgin and Creole show us that language is not fixed. Language changes when people need it to change. They also show how language is connected to history, power, identity, and survival. In this common misconception, many people believe that Pidgin and Creole are bad language. Some people say they are broken English, incorrect grammar, or low-class language. These opinions are very common, but they are not true linguistically. They come from social prejudice, not from such scientific study. Linguistics have studied Pidgin and Creole language carefully and found that they have rules, they have patterns, and speakers use them consistently. So when people say Pidgin and or Creole is wrong, what they are really judging is the people who speak the language, not the language itself. And in language context as the background, Pidgin and Creole language are created because of language context. Language contact happen when people who speak different language meet and communication regularly. This usually happens in situations such as threat between different ethnic groups, colonization by foreign powers, migration to new place, plantation where many workers come and from different regions, ports and city with international contact. In this situation, people need to communicate, but they do not share a common language. They also often do not have time, access, or power to learn the dominant language fully. Because communication is necessary for survival, people create a new and shared way to speak. This is the beginning of a pidgin. Language power and inequality. It is important to understand that Pidgin and Creole are not created in equal social situation. Usually there is a power imbalance. One group has more power, uh, with political power, economic power, or social authority. The language of this powerful group often becomes the superstar language. This language provides most of the vocabulary. At the same time, the language spoken by less powerful group influence grammar, sentence structure, and pronunciation. These local language are called substrate language. This shows that Pidgin and Creole are shaped by history and inequality, not by linguistic incompetence. In fact, they reflect how people adapt language under pressure. Next, we move to what is Pidgin. A Pidgin is a contact language with no native speakers. This means no child grows up speaking a Pidgin as their first language. Pidgin are created for specific and practical purposes such as trading goods, giving instruction at work, and basic daily interaction. Because of this limited function, pidgin have simple grammar, small vocabulary, and clear and direct expression. This simplicity is not a weakness. It is a strategy to make communication fast and effective between people who do not share a language. Pidgin exists to solve problems, not to express culture or identity. Linguistic feature of Pidgin. In Pidgin, share several linguistic characteristics. First, they have very little grammatical marking. For example, verbs usually do not change for tense. Nouns usually do not change for plural. Second, meaning is expressed through word order, time words like yesterday or tomorrow, and context. And the third is pidgin are consistent. Speakers use the same patterns again and again. This proves that pidgin are systematic, not random speech. They may look simple, but they are organized and systematic. Next is from pidgin to Creole or Creolization. Sometimes a pidgin does not stay temporary. It develops into Creole through a process called Creolization. Creolization happens when children grow up in a community where a pidgin is used, and the pidgin becomes their main language at home. Children do something very important. They expand the language. They add grammar, make rules more regular, increase vocabulary, and use the language for all purposes. This shows that children are active language creators. They naturally turn a simple system into a full language. What is Creole? A Creole is a language with native speakers. People are born to speaking it. Unlike pidgin, Creoles are used in family life, education, social interaction, and cultural expression. Creoles have stable grammar, predictable sentence pattern, expressive power equal to any other language. From a linguistic perspective, Creoles are complete language, not simplified ones. Next, we move to systematic structure. Creole language are rule-governed systems. They are not chaotic or random. They have clear word order, grammatical markers, consistent pronunciation. Even if Creoles borrow vocabulary from a European language, their grammar is often very different. This proves that Creole are independent language, not incorrect version of other language. And next, the Pidgin versus Creole. The key difference between Pidgin and Creole is native speaker. Pidgin, no native speaker, limited use temporary. In Creole, native speaker, full use and permanent. It's also important to remember that not all Pidgin become Creoles, and some Pidgin disappear when social conditions change. Next, we move to Pidgin and Creole in Indonesia. Indonesia is a multilingual country, so language contact happens frequently. Historically, Pasar Malay was used as a pidgin in trade. It helped people from different ethnic groups communicate. The Betawi language saw Creole influence from Malay, Dutch, Arabic, and Chinese. This language functioned as a bridge of communication and reflect cultural diversity and mixing. In conclusion, Pidgin and Creole language help us understand how new languages are created, how society shape language, how power affect language value, and how identity is formed through language. They are important for understanding language change and human communication. To conclude, Pidgin and Creole are not language error. They are creative response to real communication needs. They show us that language is flexible. Humans adapt language to survive, and social interaction drive language development. Okay, that's all from me. Hope you understand with this material. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.